He crushed boundaries across Caribbean stadiums, then crushed it even harder in the property game nobody saw coming. Cordel Jack was born in the small village of Gros Islet, St. Lucia, where cricket wasn't just entertainment, it was survival. Hope and dreams rolled into one sport. His father worked as a fisherman, leaving home before sunrise and returning after sunset with barely enough money to feed the family. His mother sold fruits at the local market, standing in the scorching sun for 12 hours daily. They lived in a two-room house with a tin roof that leaked during rainstorms. Young Cordel slept on a mattress on the floor with his 3 siblings. But poverty couldn't kill his dreams. Every evening after school, he practiced cricket on the beach with a wooden bat his uncle carved from driftwood. He bowled at makeshift stumps made from old paint cans. The other boys laughed at his intensity. They played for fun. Cordel played like his life depended on it because deep down, he knew it did. At age 11, a visiting coach from Barbados watched him bowl during a street cricket match. The coach couldn't believe what he witnessed. This skinny kid from nowhere generated serious pace and moved the ball both ways. The coach invited Cordel to trials for St. Lucia's under-15 team. His parents couldn't afford the bus fare to the capital, so Cordel walked 14 miles to reach the cricket ground. He arrived exhausted and hungry, but bowled with such fire that selectors picked him immediately. That selection changed everything. Suddenly, people in his village looked at him differently. Teachers paid attention to him at school. Shopkeepers gave him extra food. Everyone sensed he might be special, that he might escape the poverty that trapped generations before him. By age 16, Cordel Jack dominated youth cricket across the Windward Islands. He bowled fast, genuinely fast, with that natural rhythm coaches can't teach. He took 43 wickets in the regional under-19 tournament, destroying batting lineups from bigger, richer islands. His right-arm fast bowling reminded older fans of the great West Indies pace bowlers from the golden era. He possessed that aggressive temperament, that hunger to dismiss batsmen violently. At 17, he earned selection for the West Indies under-19 World Cup squad. He traveled outside the Caribbean for the first time, boarding a plane to Bangladesh. The experience overwhelmed him. The crowds, the stadiums, the media attention, everything felt surreal for a boy from Gros Islet who had walked barefoot to school just years earlier. Breaking into international cricket in 2011. At age 21, Cordel Jack made his first-class debut for the Windward Islands in the regional 4-day competition. He took 5 wickets in his debut match against Trinidad and Tobago, bowling with pace and aggression that troubled experienced batsmen. His performance earned immediate attention from West Indies selectors. They added him to the national team's training squad and invited him to preparatory camps. He trained alongside his heroes, bowlers he had watched on television in his village. He learned professional training methods, proper nutrition, and injury prevention techniques. Most importantly, he learned that natural talent alone wasn't enough. Success required discipline, sacrifice, and relentless work ethic. His international debut came in 2012 during a one-day international against New Zealand in Barbados. He bowled 8 overs, conceded 42 runs, and took 2 wickets. Both dismissals came from fast deliveries that beat the batsman for pace. The crowd at Kensington Oval roared with approval. West Indies cricket desperately needed fast bowlers, and here was another one emerging from the islands. That debut marked the beginning of his international career spanning 7 years. Between 2012 and 2019, Cordel Jack represented the West Indies in 46 one-day internationals and 38 T20 matches. He took 63 ODI wickets at an average of 32-18 and claimed 47 T20 wickets at an economy rate of 782. His best ODI performance came against Pakistan in 2016 when he took 4 wickets for 38 runs in Sharjah. He destroyed Pakistan's middle order with a spell of fast, aggressive bowling. The ball reversed at high pace, swinging late and defeating batsmen repeatedly. That performance earned him Man of the Match honors and recognition as one of the Caribbean's most dangerous fast bowlers. In T20 cricket, he became even more valuable. His ability to bowl fast at the death made him essential for West Indies in the shortest format. Against England in 2017, he defended 16 runs in the final over of a T20 international, taking 2 wickets and conceding only 12 runs. The English batsman couldn't handle his Yorkers and slower ball bouncers. West Indies won by 3 runs, and Cordel Jack's performance trended across social media. He also excelled in franchise cricket leagues worldwide. He played in the Caribbean Premier League for St. Lucia Stars and St. Lucia Zouks for 6 seasons, taking 78 wickets. His performances attracted attention from franchise leagues in other countries. He signed contracts to play in Bangladesh Premier League, Pakistan Super League, and the Global T20 Canada. These leagues paid significantly better than West Indies cricket. A single season in franchise leagues earned him more money than an entire year playing for his country. The property investment awakening. Franchise cricket also taught him harsh realities about professional sports. Teams dropped players instantly when performance declined. Injuries ended careers without warning. Today's hero became tomorrow's forgotten player. He watched teammates struggle financially after retirement because they had spent everything during their playing years. They bought expensive cars, threw lavish parties, and supported extended families without planning for their own futures. When cricket ended, the money stopped, but the expenses continued. Many former players ended up broke, bitter, and broken. Cordel Jack decided early in his career that he wouldn't follow that path. While teammates partied after matches, he studied online courses about business and investing. While others bought luxury watches and designer clothes, he saved 70% of every paycheck. His teammates mocked him. They called him cheap and stingy. They couldn't understand why a professional cricketer drove an old car and wore regular clothes. He ignored the criticism. He had grown up watching his parents work themselves to exhaustion for nothing. He refused to waste his cricket earnings on temporary pleasures. In 2014, during the off-season, Cordel Jack purchased his first property in St. Lucia. He bought a small 2-bedroom house near Rodney Bay for $85,000. The house needed significant repairs, but it sat on valuable land near the tourist area. He spent 3 months renovating the house himself with help from his father and uncles. When finished, he rented the house to a Canadian couple working in St. Lucia. The monthly rent of $950 covered his mortgage payment and generated small profit. More importantly, he owned property, real estate that would appreciate over time. That first purchase taught him valuable lessons about property investment. He learned about rental agreements, tenant management, property maintenance, and local real estate laws. He made mistakes initially. His first tenants damaged the property and left without paying final rent. He learned to screen tenants carefully and require security deposits. These lessons came from experience, not textbooks. He treated each mistake as education that made him smarter for future investments. Encouraged by his success, he purchased a second property in 2015. This time, he bought a small apartment in Castries, St. Lucia's capital, for $72,000. The location near government offices ensured steady rental demand from civil servants and office workers. He rented it to a local school teacher for $700 monthly. The rent exceeded his mortgage payment by $200, creating positive cash flow immediately. By 2016, he owned 4 properties across St. Lucia. Each property served a specific purpose in his investment strategy. 2 properties targeted tourists and foreign workers who paid higher rents. 2 properties targeted locals who provided stable, long-term tenancy. This diversification protected him against market fluctuations. His monthly rental income approached $3,500 by 2017, nearly matching his cricket salary. He had created a parallel income stream completely independent of his athletic performance. International cricket took Cordel Jack to 17 countries across 4 continents. Each tour provided opportunities to study different property markets and investment approaches. During the 2016 tour to India, he met a property developer from Mumbai at a team dinner. They discussed real estate for hours while teammates drank and celebrated. The developer explained how he started with 1 small property and grew to owning multiple buildings. He emphasized the importance of reinvesting profits rather than spending them. That conversation proved more valuable than any business course. His cricket career hit its peak between 2016 and 2018. His annual income exceeded $200,000 when combining international cricket, domestic contracts, and franchise leagues. Most players at his income level bought luxury cars, expensive jewelry, and lavish homes. Cordel Jack bought more rental properties. He purchased a beachfront lot in St. Lucia for $140,000 in 2017. Locals thought he overpaid. They couldn't understand spending money on empty land. But Cordel Jack understood something they missed. Land doesn't depreciate. Beachfront land in the Caribbean appreciates significantly over time. In 2018, he expanded beyond St. Lucia into regional markets. He purchased an apartment in Barbados for $165,000. The apartment in Christchurch generated rental income of $1,800 monthly, significantly higher than his St. Lucia properties. He also invested in commercial property for the first time, purchasing a small retail unit in a Castries shopping complex for $110,000. Commercial tenants typically signed longer leases than residential renters, providing income stability. By 2019, Cordel Jack's property portfolio spanned 7 properties worth approximately $900,000. His monthly rental income exceeded $8,000, more than twice his cricket salary. At age 29, he had built more wealth than most St. Lucians accumulated in lifetimes. Yet nobody outside his family and close friends knew about his business empire. Strategic retirement and business expansion. In August 2019, Cordel Jack announced his retirement from international cricket at age 30. The announcement surprised Caribbean cricket fans. He remained fit and fast, capable of playing several more years. But Jack had made his decision carefully. His body showed signs of wear from years of fast bowling. More importantly, his property business demanded full attention. He had opportunities to expand his portfolio significantly, but managing properties while traveling constantly for cricket became impossible. He chose the future over the past. Post-retirement, Cordel Jack attacked property investment with the same intensity he brought to fast bowling. Within 2 years of retiring, his portfolio expanded from 7 properties to 13. He purchased a 3-bedroom house in Barbados for $245,000. He bought 2 apartments in Grenada for a combined $190,000. He acquired a small guest house in St. Lucia for $155,000. Each purchase followed careful analysis of market conditions, rental demand, and appreciation potential. His beachfront land in St. Lucia appreciated dramatically as predicted. By 2021, similar beachfront lots sold for $280,000, double what he paid 4 years earlier. He received multiple offers to sell, but he declined them all. He planned to develop the land into a small boutique hotel eventually. He partnered with an architect to design a 6-room hotel that would cater to upscale tourists seeking authentic Caribbean experiences. Today, Cordel Jack's real estate portfolio stands at approximately $2.1 million across 13 properties in 3 Caribbean countries. The portfolio generates monthly rental income exceeding $14,000. After covering mortgage payments, property management fees, maintenance, insurance, and taxes, he nets roughly $7,800 monthly in passive income. He projects his portfolio will reach $5 million within 7 years through strategic acquisitions and the boutique hotel development. Despite wealth that places him among St. Lucia's richest young people, Cordel Jack lives remarkably modestly. He resides in a comfortable 3-bedroom house in Gros Islet, the same village where he grew up poor. He drives a 2018 Toyota Tacoma pickup truck. He wears casual clothes from regular stores. Friends joke that he dresses and lives like he's still broke. He responds that wealth provides security and freedom, not an obligation to waste money impressing others. His luxuries focus on family and experiences rather than possessions. He built his parents a new house in Gros Islet, replacing the leaking tin roof structure from his childhood. Watching his mother cry with joy in her new home gave him more satisfaction than any cricket achievement. He pays for his younger siblings' university education, ensuring they won't face the limited opportunities that nearly trapped him. Cordel Jack dedicates significant time mentoring young cricketers about financial literacy. He speaks regularly at cricket academies across the Windward Islands, teaching teenagers about saving, investing, and planning beyond cricket. He shares his story honestly, explaining how he saved 70% of his income while teammates spent everything. Many young players contact him privately seeking advice about managing their first professional contracts. He also mentors aspiring property investors who aren't athletes. He runs quarterly workshops in St. Lucia teaching property investment basics to young professionals. His mentoring philosophy emphasizes starting small and building patiently. He warns against get-rich-quick schemes and property gurus promising unrealistic returns. He shares his mistakes openly, including properties that underperformed and tenants who caused problems. Young St. Lucians, especially those from poor communities, connect powerfully with his message. He represents proof that poverty isn't permanent destiny. He showed that discipline and smart decisions create opportunities for escape. He makes clear that building wealth requires trading immediate pleasure for long-term security. Most people won't make that trade, which explains why most people stay poor. Cordel Jack's legacy extends far beyond his cricket statistics and property portfolio. He's creating a blueprint for Caribbean athletes to build lasting wealth beyond sport. He's proving that athletic careers can launch financial security rather than temporary prosperity followed by struggle. His journey from helping his fisherman father to owning $2 million in property inspires everyone trapped in poverty's cycle. He didn't win the lottery or inherit wealth. He saved aggressively, invested wisely, and built systematically. The fast bowler who became a property mogul offers hope to every athlete wondering what happens after sport ends. He provides a roadmap for every young person seeking financial independence in the Caribbean. The boy from Gros Islet who bowled with driftwood bats now owns properties across 3 countries. He crushed boundaries on cricket fields. Now he's crushing it in boardrooms, building wealth that will support his family for generations. Share this story with someone who needs to hear it today.